There is a name that carries the weight of grunge history, tragedy, and reinvention all at once. Frances Bean Cobain, the only child of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain and Hole singer Courtney Love, was born into a spotlight she never asked for. Today, decades after her father's death, she stands as one of the most quietly wealthy figures connected to the music world, with a net worth estimated around $250 million. Her story is not one of overnight fame or reality television glamour. It is a story of inheritance, art, resilience, and a very particular kind of luxury that values privacy over spectacle. Frances was only 20 months old when her father died in 1994. She has no memories of him, only home videos, photographs, and the stories passed down through family and friends. Yet his legacy shaped nearly every part of her adult life, financially and emotionally. When Kurt died, his estate was valued at around $50 million, an amount that would be worth well over $100 million today. Courtney Love controlled the bulk of that estate for years, but in 1997, a trust was established specifically to protect Frances from creditors and future ex-spouses. By 2010, Frances had inherited 37% of her father's estate, including rights to his name, his image, and a share of Nirvana's music royalties.
That royalty stream alone reportedly brings her more than $100,000 every single month. Nirvana's catalog remains one of the most enduring in rock history, and every stream, every vinyl reissue, every use of Kurt's image in documentaries or merchandise adds to a fortune that shows no signs of slowing down. For most people, that kind of income would be a windfall. For Frances, it has always come bundled with something heavier: the responsibility of protecting her father's legacy while carving out her own identity. Rather than lean into Hollywood excess, Frances built a life defined by understated luxury. Her real estate history tells that story well. In her early 20s, she purchased a Spanish-style home in the Hollywood Hills for $1.8 million, a two-story property built in the 1930s by Carl Jules Whale, the same architect who designed sets for the film Casablanca.
She later moved south to San Diego, purchasing a home in the Point Loma neighborhood for $2.3 million. That property offered over 1,800 square feet of single-story living, 3 bedrooms, an open-concept floor plan with hardwood floors, a wood-beamed kitchen, a heated swimming pool, and a backyard designed for relaxation, complete with a fire pit and tropical landscaping. When she eventually sold it, she made a modest profit, offloading it for $2.4 million. Her most recent chapter includes a $2.3 million home in Oceanside, California, which she now shares with her husband, professional skateboarder Riley Hawk, son of skating legend Tony Hawk. The couple married in October in a small, intimate ceremony officiated by none other than REM frontman Michael Stipe, who also happens to be Frances's godfather. Photos from inside their shared home reveal a lifestyle far removed from ostentatious wealth. A simple white sofa, a long black dining table, warm lighting, and a comfortable lived-in feel. It is luxury measured not in square footage, but in authenticity.
What makes Frances Bean Cobain's version of wealth so distinct is her refusal to perform it. She has never chased tabloid attention the way many children of rock royalty might. Instead, she has poured her energy into visual art, exhibiting surreal and emotionally charged pieces under the artistic name Fiddle Tim. Her work has been shown in galleries, and it consistently draws attention not because of her last name, but because of its own haunting, introspective quality. She has also modeled over the years, appearing in fashion campaigns and editorials that showcase her striking resemblance to both of her famous parents. Her personal life has not been without turbulence. She was previously married to musician Isaiah Silva, a relationship that ended in a lengthy and highly publicized divorce, partly due to disputes over one of Kurt Cobain's guitars. That chapter tested her patience and her privacy, yet she emerged from it with the same quiet determination that has defined her adult life. Her marriage to Riley Hawk marks a new, steadier chapter, one built around shared creativity, skateboarding culture, and a life that prioritizes normalcy over the noise of celebrity.
Frances has spoken candidly in interviews about the emotional complexity of her wealth. Money, for her, has never simply meant comfort. It carries grief, memory, and constant reminders of a father she never truly knew. She has described the burden of managing an estate built on tragedy, of being the custodian of a legacy that continues to generate wealth long after the person who created it is gone. Despite that weight, she has approached her inheritance with unusual maturity, choosing long-term stability over impulsive spending and creative expression over passive celebrity status. Unlike many heirs to entertainment fortunes, Frances does not surround herself with flashy cars, designer wardrobes splashed across social media, or extravagant parties. Her version of luxury looks more like ownership of her own story, choosing which memories of her father to honor publicly, deciding when to speak about Nirvana's legacy, and quietly investing in real estate and art rather than chasing headlines. She has taken control of pieces of her father's public image, ensuring that his memory is handled with the dignity she believes he deserves, rather than exploited purely for profit.
In many ways, Frances Bean Cobain represents a different kind of celebrity wealth story. She did not build a business empire or chase viral fame. She inherited a legacy soaked in brilliance and heartbreak, and instead of running from it, she has spent her adult life learning how to carry it. Her homes are comfortable rather than palatial. Her public appearances are rare rather than constant. Her art speaks louder than her interviews ever could. At just over $250 million in estimated net worth, Frances Bean Cobain could easily live a life of unchecked extravagance. Instead, she has chosen something rarer, a life of intention. Every home she has owned, every gallery show she has held, every quiet year spent out of the spotlight tells the story of someone who understands that true luxury is not about being seen. It is about being free enough to define your own life.
At just over $250 million in estimated net worth, Frances Bean Cobain could easily live a life of unchecked extravagance. Instead, she has chosen something rarer, a life of intention. Every home she has owned, every gallery show she has held, every quiet year spent out of the spotlight tells the story of someone who understands that true luxury is not about being seen. It is about being free enough to define your own life, even when the whole world thinks it already knows your story. In an industry obsessed with visibility, Frances Bean Cobain proves that the quietest fortunes are sometimes the most powerful.